Have you ever wondered how Rome became one of the greatest civilizations in history? From its legendary founding by Romulus and Remus to the rise and fall of its powerful empires, Rome's history is a fascinating tale of ambition, innovation, and resilience. In the next 20 minutes we will explore the key milestones that marked Rome's journey from a humble riverside settlement to a world-dominating power. So, buckle up for an exciting trip back in time as we unravel the grandeur of Rome. Our story begins with a legend, a tale of two brothers, Romulus and Remus. According to myth, these twins were sons of the god Mars, and a Vestal virgin, abandoned at birth and suckled by a she-wolf. As they grew, they decided to build a city. But a disagreement over the location led to a tragic fratricide. Romulus killed Remus and named the new city after himself, Rome. Rome was founded on the banks of the Tiber River, an ideal location for trade and expansion. It was the 8th century BC, a time when settlements were sprouting all over the Italian peninsula, but Rome was different. It had a grand vision, a vision fueled by the divine lineage of its founder and the ambition of its people. And so, Rome was born, a city destined to become an empire. From a small settlement, Rome grew under the rule of its kings. The Roman kingdom, established in the 8th century BC, was the city's earliest governing system. During this era, 7 kings left their mark on Rome, each contributing to the city's cultural and political development. First among them was Romulus, the mythical founder of Rome, who is said to have established the city's first institutions. His successor, Numa Pompilius, is credited with the establishment of religious and legal systems, laying the groundwork for the Roman mythology and calendar we know today. The reigns of subsequent kings were characterized by a mix of military conquests and public works. Tullus Hostilius expanded Rome's territory through warfare, while Ancus Marcius built the first bridge across the Tiber River and founded the port of Ostia. Perhaps the most notorious of Rome's kings was its last, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, known as Tarquin the Proud. His tyrannical rule ended with a revolt that led to the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the Roman Republic. These kings, their laws, and their wars shaped Rome from a cluster of huts on the Palatine Hill into a city that could command its own destiny. But a kingdom was not enough. Rome was destined for a greater political structure, a republic. The Roman Republic marks a significant chapter in Rome's evolution. This was a time when Rome transformed from a monarchy to a republic, a government where power was vested in the hands of the people, albeit mainly the patrician elite. The Republic was a period of great expansion and conflict. One of the pivotal events during this era were the Punic Wars. These were a series of 3 wars fought between Rome and the city of Carthage, located in modern-day Tunisia. These wars spanned over a century, from 264 to 146 BCE. Rome, initially an underdog on the sea, emerged victorious, becoming the dominant power in the Mediterranean. But the Republic was not just about wars and conquests, it was also about the social fabric that held Rome together. The society was divided into patricians, the aristocratic governing class, and the plebeians, the commoners. The patricians dominated the Senate, a political institution that held significant power. The plebeians, however, were not without influence. They had their own assembly and tribunes who could veto the Senate's decisions. The Republic also saw the codification of Roman law, which formed the basis for much of the Western legal tradition. The 12 Tables, Rome's first written law code, provided a legal framework that balanced the rights and responsibilities of the individual and the state. This was a significant advancement in the civilization's legal and political development. The Republic was also a time of notable figures who left indelible marks on history. Among them was Julius Caesar, a military general who rose to power by winning the support of the people and his soldiers. His victory in the civil war against Pompey the Great made him the undisputed leader of Rome. But his ambition and consolidation of power alarmed many in the Senate, leading to his assassination on the Ides of March 44 BCE. Caesar's death led to another round of civil wars, culminating in the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. This battle saw the defeat of Mark Antony and Cleopatra by Octavian, Caesar's adopted son. With this victory, Octavian became the unchallenged ruler of Rome, marking the end of the Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. The Republic was a time of great achievements and equally great turmoil. It was a period that saw Rome grow from a city-state to an empire, thanks to its military successes and the administrative acumen of its leaders. it was also a time of social and political evolution, with the development of institutions and laws that would shape Western civilization. However, the Republic was not to last, and a new era was on the horizon. The increasing concentration of power in the hands of individuals, along with the social and economic strains of constant warfare, eventually led to the fall of the Republic. But as we will see, the end of the Republic was not the end of Rome. Rather, it was a transition to a new phase in its history, a phase that would see Rome reach even greater heights as an empire. From the ashes of the Republic, the Roman Empire rose, grander than ever. The shift from Republic to Empire is a pivotal moment in the annals of Roman history, a chapter where Rome ascended to unparalleled heights of power, influence, and grandeur. It all began in the 1st century BC with a man named Gaius Octavius, or as history would remember him, Augustus. Augustus, the grandnephew and adopted son of Julius Caesar, emerged victorious from the tumultuous period following Caesar's assassination. His triumph over Mark Antony and Cleopatra in the Battle of Actium marked the end of the Roman Republic and the dawn of the Roman Empire. Augustus ruled as the first Roman emperor, a title he shied away from, preferring to be called princeps, the first citizen. His reign ushered in a period of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace, which lasted for over 2 centuries. This era saw a remarkable expansion of Roman influence, with the empire reaching its most substantial territorial extent under Emperor Trajan. Roman architecture and engineering reached new heights during this period. The iconic Colosseum, a marvel of architecture and engineering, was constructed under Emperor Vespasian and completed by his son Titus. Aqueducts, bridges and roads were built across the empire, facilitating trade, communication, and military movement. Life in the Roman Empire was more than just grand structures and military conquests, though. The empire was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and traditions. From the grand villas of the wealthy patricians to the bustling urban life of Rome, from the sprawling farms of Italy to the distant provinces, the empire was a vibrant tapestry of human experience. Yet the empire was not without its flaws. The gap between the rich and poor was vast, and social unrest was a constant undercurrent. Slavery was an integral part of the Roman economy, with slaves performing a multitude of roles, from household chores to backbreaking labor in the mines and fields. The role of emperors in the Roman Empire varied greatly. Some, like Augustus and Marcus Aurelius, were wise and just rulers, while others, like Nero and Caligula, were seen as tyrants. The emperor held immense power, and their rule often dictated the fortune of the empire. The story of Nero is particularly noteworthy. Known for his cruelty and extravagance, Nero is often blamed for the Great Fire of Rome, with tales suggesting he played his lyre while Rome burned. While this is likely a fabrication, Nero did use the disaster to undertake massive construction projects, including his opulent Golden House. As the empire expanded, it also grew more diverse, incorporating numerous cultures and religions. However, one religion started to stand out from the rest: Christianity. Initially, the Roman Empire viewed Christians with suspicion and frequently persecuted them. But with time, the faith gained followers, including some within the imperial household. By the 4th century AD, the empire was facing increasing pressure from external threats and internal strife. Emperor Diocletian attempted to address these issues by dividing the empire into the Eastern and Western Roman empires, a move that would have far-reaching consequences. The Western Roman Empire, with Rome as its capital, struggled against economic instability and barbarian invasions. In contrast, the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, with its capital at Constantinople, flourished, preserving Roman and Greek culture for another 1,000 years. The Roman Empire's story is one of power, grandeur, and complexity. It's a tale of remarkable achievements and profound failures of great emperors and tyrannical rulers, of a society that was at once advanced and flawed. But more than anything, it's the story of an empire that left an indelible mark on the world, influencing our laws, our architecture, our language, and much more. Yet, within the empire, a new religion was growing, one that would leave a lasting impact. Christianity, which started as a small sect within the empire, would eventually become the state religion, forever changing the course of history. But that is a story for another time. For now, let's marvel at the legacy of the Roman Empire, an entity that rose from a city on the banks of the Tiber to rule the known world. In the heart of the empire, a new faith took root: Christianity. Born in the province of Judea, this revolutionary religion spread like wildfire among the diverse peoples of the Roman Empire. The first followers of Jesus of Nazareth, known as Christians, faced intense persecution. They were often scapegoats during times of crisis, accused of atheism for denying Roman gods and of secret crimes performed during their clandestine gatherings. Yet despite the hardships, Christianity's message of hope, salvation and love resonated with many, especially those at society's margins. The faith gained a foothold, spreading from the catacombs of Rome to the farthest reaches of the empire. In the early 4th century, a turning point arrived with Emperor Constantine the Great. A visionary and a pragmatist, Constantine legalized Christianity with the Edict of Milan, ending centuries of persecution. Legend has it that before a crucial battle, Constantine saw a vision of a cross in the sky with the words, "In this sign, you will conquer." He attributed his victory to the Christian God, marking the beginning of Christianity's ascendancy. Constantine's reign also saw the Council of Nicaea, a seminal moment in Christian history. Bishops from across the empire gathered to agree upon core Christian doctrines, shaping the faith as we know it today. Yet this new state religion was a double-edged sword. While it unified diverse peoples under a shared faith, it also created divisions. Pagan traditions were sidelined, leading to societal tensions. Meanwhile, the church's growing influence led to power struggles with the state, but even as Christianity grew, the empire faced challenges from within and without. All great things must end, and so too did the Roman Empire. The fall of Rome wasn't an abrupt event. It was more like a slow fade, a gradual erosion of strength and influence that played out over centuries. The empire had stretched too far and too wide. Its vast territories, from the sun-soaked sands of Africa to the foggy forests of Britannia, were too diverse and too distant to be governed effectively from Rome. The administrative burden was simply too great. The empire was overstretched, its resources depleted, and its military might, once the envy of the world, was spread too thin to protect its sprawling borders. Economic challenges were another major contributing factor. Rome's economy was heavily reliant on slaves for labor. However, as territorial expansion slowed, the inflow of slaves dwindled, causing labor shortages and economic stagnation. Inflation soared as emperors devalued the currency to meet mounting expenses. The once vibrant markets of Rome were flooded with worthless coins. Rome's social fabric was also fraying. The gap between the rich and the poor widened, breeding discontent and unrest. The moral decay was evident. The famed Roman discipline and civic virtue were giving way to corruption and decadence. The populace, once proud and engaged citizens, were now more interested in bread and circuses than in the affairs of the state. In the midst of these internal troubles, external threats loomed large. The empire's borders were under constant assault from barbarian tribes. The Huns, Visigoths, Vandals and others saw the weakened empire as ripe for plundering. The mighty city of Rome was sacked, first by the Visigoths in the year 410, and then by the Vandals some 45 years later. The final blow came in the year 476 when Odoacer, the Germanic king of the Torsalingi, deposed the last Roman emperor Romulus Augustulus. This marked the official end of the Western Roman Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, would continue for another 1,000 years, but the heart of Rome had stopped beating. The empire fell, but Rome was not forgotten. Its legacy lived on. The fall of Rome marked the end of an era, yet the echoes of its grandeur are still felt today in our laws, our languages, and our culture. Rome may have fallen, but its spirit endures. For as long as its stories are told, Rome will never truly die. Though the empire crumbled, the influence of Rome is still felt today. The legacy of Rome is a vibrant tapestry woven with threads of art, science, politics, and global culture. The Romans pioneered architectural marvels, many of which still stand tall, echoing the grandeur of the past. Their ingenious designs of aqueducts, roads, and bridges laid the foundation of modern infrastructure. In the realm of language, Latin, the lingua franca of Rome, evolved into the Romance languages we speak today, while countless English words have Roman roots. Moreover, the Roman legal system served as a blueprint for modern Western law, introducing concepts like innocent until proven guilty. Their political structure, particularly the Republic, influenced the formation of many modern democracies. Lastly, the cultural and philosophical ideas birthed in Rome continue to resonate in today's world. Rome's legacy is a testament to its greatness, a civilization that shaped the course of history. From its legendary founding to its eventual fall, Rome's story is one of ambition, innovation, and resilience. We've journeyed from the myth of Romulus and Remus, through the eras of the kingdom, republic, and empire, witnessed the emergence of Christianity, and pondered the causes of Rome's decline. We've also celebrated Rome's enduring contributions to art, science, politics, and global culture. Rome, the Eternal City, stands as a testament to an empire's rise, its challenges, and its timeless impact on the world.